Separating grain from chaff begins with examining the impact of historical events in many ancient civilizations, countries, and companies. 40,000 years ago, the Neanderthal subspecies of humans who minded their business in scattered and small groups did not cultivate a thriving culture, as their knowledge was limited to their small population. The Homo sapiens culture was predicated on the notion that life must be more than just survival. Discovering the world made them work together to pursue their higher calling and survive. Around 10,000 BC, farming allowed the humans to have a surplus and accumulate wealth. Hierarchies were born, and greed and power followed until our modern day. These hierarchies of greed and power led ancient civilizations, empires, nations, and most recently companies to fail gradually and then completely fall. The book presents a pattern that links all of them together. This pattern, named the collapse pyramid, has contributed to their decline and collapse. The reason the pyramid is inverted to highlight the foundation as the main contributor to a collapse. The collapse pyramid does more than sum the problems that led to the major collapses throughout history. It provides an approach to overcoming them. The challenge in the 21st century is how to overcome the corporate age top-down hierarchies that taught organizations to favor profit maximizations and lay people off to balance the books. Dealing with this reality requires leaders who should use and adopt new hierarchies to redefine leadership. The first hierarchy is the hierarchy of human needs, proposed by Abraham Maslow, an American psychologist in 1943, is that no one can be fulfilled unless other essential needs have been met. As humans have both lower and higher needs, and they must fulfill the lower needs to reach the higher ones, businesses are no different. They must have their basic lower needs met before reaching the higher ones. The hierarchy of business needs describes the paradigm through which business needs move through. What's the hierarchy of business needs? The HPN starts with harnessing the power of purpose in business to create real value for people. What's the business contribution? Beyond money making. The failure of most businesses stems from their inability to determine why they exist. What are they trying to achieve? Most businesses talk about their competitive advantages or unique selling points, but what they call a competitive advantage is vague and can hardly be understood. What's the alternative? Leading companies don't compete, they lead. They strive to do great things. Leading companies don't have competitive advantages, they have leading ones. Purpose is the leading advantage for any business. It's the first need in the hierarchy. It's the foundation of the hierarchy that must precede all other important needs. Since purpose is the spark that fuels the business, using the current method of corporate communication is a great victory for crony capitalism, which has taken over every aspect of people's lives. Unfortunately, poor corporate communication has adversely affected people by devaluing and diminishing the true sense of people as human beings. Leaders don't lead, they inspire us, and those who do also care for us. As such, we trust them, and they trust us to do the next big thing, not only for them, but for all of us. And to do that, boosting internal immunity is necessary by deepening trust and strengthening cooperation among people inside the organization. Feeling trusted, included, and recognized are the minimum basic needs that people need in any organization on the surface of this planet. Companies that are highly focused on their journey and what they are trying to achieve strengthen bonds among their people to advance their business. The final impact of the business determines the soundness of its purpose. Maximizing the final impact tops all of the other needs in the hierarchy. Maximizing the final impact is to maximize the power of purpose. The larger the number of purposeful businesses, the better the world is. This is the core philosophy of the hierarchy of business needs. The marriage between the hierarchies of business and human needs help building leading businesses that lead the big reformation. Deepening the synergy between both hierarchies is a central task of great leaders and the hallmark of a great leadership. The paradigms present a thought-provoking, inspiring, and challenging task for all the current and future leaders. Ultimately, leaders are challenged with building businesses that are purposeful, inspiring, empowering, profitable, and most importantly, humane. The hierarchies of business and human needs don't only redefine leadership about its true meaning, they provide the scale to discern the contributors from the non-contributors and the leaders from the non-leaders.